Welcome to Ringside Riffs by Andres Cortes. Let me tell you that the Heritage Cup has been switched off to the Dawn. But does that even matter? What do you think about the Heritage Cup? Because it seems to have been losing its value. Yes, another show of NXT has concluded, and we have seen the results. And one thing that is on the mind of everyone, one thing that the comments have been stating is, has the Heritage Cup lost its value? Yes, it might be a grand prize, it might be a singles championship, but the way that the cup is handled, the way that the storyline was built, and the way that the Dom is now considered to be the Heritage Cup holder, it all seems far fetched. We know that NXT has been building up its storylines, that it is getting more and more intense. Then one thing is certain, Ivar has reported himself as to be injured, and we will now not see the Viking Raider. We are on the crisp of our seats. Why is NXT so important to us? Why does it keep becoming more and more of a storyline driven place? Now, we know Trick Williams is holding on to everything for dear life, and we know that the NXT title does have its weight. We know that Wesley is back, and we know that the North American title holds its weight. But the Heritage Cup seems to keep on losing its weight because at least these titles have been having credible storylines building up. And if the Dom didn't beat the Dragon, we would not be able to see a credible source into what he could accomplish. Now, he will be holding on to that cup, he will be carrying it around, but one thing is certain, we are yet to see what the credibilities and how much of a rise he will get from having that cup holding. Now, WrestleMania news. We know that the WWE continues to plan, continues to make its projections to have a WrestleMania outside of the country of the United States of America. What would you consider to be an important caliber? We know that this celebration of wrestling has been concluded in America throughout all years, and definitely as wrestling continues to grow, it is definitely a good and great environment. And I believe one thing is certain. I think London fans, UK fans are definitely the next on the list to have this implementation of having a WrestleMania. Having two star Excaliburs, we know that the WWE keeps on growing and the generation keeps on passing, and we've just passed the greatest WrestleMania of all time. So let's continue to build up on that. Let's continue to build up on how PLEs have been improved and impacted by the audience and by the members. Let's take a look at the France example and how they were able to surprise and make the AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes one of an outstanding match. All these moments and all these people getting involved into the matches have made these high stakes all the more. So we know that WrestleMania already comes as a high stake reward, so why not give it to one more country that would take it to the next level, possibly. So possibly in the few years to come, after Vegas, after we see what happens, it might be time to see a WrestleMania outside of the country. Is it just me, or does it keep getting more intense and much better as we see Drew McIntyre continue to evolve his character, continue to evolve this hatred and this storyline for him against CM Punk? It definitely seems as something that we want to see. Definitely something outside of the King of the Ring tournament where we see that the finalists are coming up, and it is going to be definitely something important because WWE takes their King of the Ring as something important. Look at the facts. Now, QR codes on all screens and everything in between. We see that Eric Rowan is coming back to the WWE. We see that the signs of the White Six have been coming back to the WWE. We see that the renovations of Alco Howdy have been coming back to the WWE. And if anything, what does this mean for the Raw or SmackDown roster that is going to happen? Now, let's take a quick look. What side needs a team? What side needs to have this type of storyline to be driven apart, right? Let's see, SmackDown carries the weight of Cody Rhodes. They carry the weight of LA Knight, AJ Styles. They have the great SmackDown tag teams such as the Profits, such as the Grayson Waller and A Town Down. But we might have to speculate that they are going to Raw because Raw is actually the one with the lackluster uh, powerhouses, right? They have the Miz and R-Truth. They have the tag teams like DIY, but what is going to actually happen? So we'll have to actually pay attention. Now, The Rock news. Everybody, The Rock has been announcing that definitely he's going to come back. He's not going to stay as a heel. He's not going to stay as the bad guy. But will that be beneficial? Everybody has been one space, one turn ahead of everything that The Rock has been doing, and we are in love with it because it resonates with the Vince McMahon Stone Cold character, the Attitude Era, the new Attitude Era, some have said it. But will this continue to be the possible buildup of The Rock coming back and just being the ultimate hero? Now, Dirty Dom is in the cut action. Now, Dirty Dom has been in the works with Alexa. Cut action. Now, Dirty Dom has been with Liv Morgan, with the Judgment Day, with the buildups of what's happening when all in betweens, and that is a storyline that continues to intrigue us all. AJ Styles losing his mind, and what is going to happen? We continue to hear some sort of things on how he will continue to evolve as a character. Is it the end of AJ Styles? Because he's only putting over people and not putting himself over. Charlotte Flair has been injured for a while. We saw her miss WrestleMania, but will she finally be cleared and back in the WWE in action? And what side and what brand will she be on? We know that these superstars that weren't drafted, they'll make some type of appearance on some type of show where they are most needed. So let's calibrate and let's break it down as soon as possible. Charlotte Flair is definitely not going to be on the side where it's Jada, and we just know Jada Cardrell would not go against Charlotte Flair. So let's just put her up against Becky Lynch. Now, Sami Zayn, he continues to have his storyline with Chad build and build up. We know that they are going to take it rough. And one thing is certain, it just looks to me as if though Sami Zayn is going to lose that Intercontinental Championship and is going to finally give the push to Chad because he deserves it. Yes, Chad Cable does deserve this push. He does deserve to continue to be hyped up, to be this mean, and to have Otis maybe take over. What do you think? Thank you for watching.